There's a fire inside you, waiting to rise. It may be buried beneath the ashes of doubt, fear, or failure, but it's there, glowing quietly, refusing to be extinguished. That fire is your potential. That flame is your purpose, and no one else can stoke it for you. You must rise each day and decide to fuel your own flame, because if you don't, no one else will. You cannot wait for permission, applause, or a clear path. The world may offer distractions, resistance, or reasons to quit, but none of those matter if you decide your fire is more powerful than your obstacles. This is not about waiting for the right moment. This is about becoming the moment. It's about refusing to be ordinary. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to ignite, to inspire, to burn so brightly that others are lit by your light. So when the world gets cold, when others retreat into comfort, you rise, you burn. You remind yourself that the flame inside is not a flicker, it's a force. You must protect that flame from the winds of doubt that blow through your mind. Self-belief is the fuel that keeps your fire alive. Every time you doubt yourself, you starve the flame. Every time you choose courage, you feed it. Life will test you. It will push you to the edge. But those moments are not meant to destroy you. They're meant to reveal your strength. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need every answer. You just need the fire. That burning desire to keep going, to keep showing up, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Because your breakthrough isn't born in comfort. It's forged in challenge. You're not here to coast. You're here to climb. Every setback is a chance to gather more fuel. Every failure is an opportunity to rise with more resolve. Your fire isn't fragile. It's resilient. Feed it with discipline. Feed it with passion. Feed it with relentless drive. And watch as you transform pressure into power and obstacles into opportunity. You don't need validation from the world to know your flame matters. The world didn't give you that fire, so the world doesn't get to define it. You were given a unique light, something no one else possesses. It's your responsibility to honor it, to sharpen it, to unleash it. Every time you dim your flame to make others comfortable, you dishonor your gift. Every time you shrink to avoid judgment, you betray your purpose. You were not built for smallness. You were built for greatness. And greatness is not found in playing it safe. It's found in risking, reaching, and roaring forward when the path is unclear. There will be people who don't understand your fire. That's fine. It's not for them to understand. It's for you to own, to protect, to fan into an inferno that clears the way for others. Because once you ignite fully, once you live boldly, you give others permission to do the same. Your flame is a beacon. Let it blaze unapologetically. Every morning, you have a choice to fuel your flame or let it flicker out. Your habits, your thoughts, your focus, all of it either feeds your fire or drains it. You cannot afford to waste energy on comparison or excuses. You're not here to be anyone. You're here to be the fiercest, most focused version of yourself. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is what keeps the fire burning when the spark fades. It's easy to be fired for a moment. It's powerful to stay committed for a lifetime. That's what champions do. They keep stoking the fire long after others have cooled down. They show up when it's raining, when it's rough, when it's raw. They know that fuel isn't always excitement. It's grit, grind. It's doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. So build your routines like kindling. Let your goals be logs on the fire. Let your dreams burn so vividly that they light the path, even in your darkest hour. There will be days when your flame feels weak, when life throws storms that threaten to put it. But this is when you dig deeper. This is when you remember that fire inside is not dependent on the weather outside. External conditions do not determine your internal power. You do. You choose your response. You choose your energy. You choose whether you crumble or rise. And when you choose to keep going, when you keep fanning the embers with belief, you prove to yourself that your flame cannot be extinguished. Not by fear, not by failure, not by anyone else's opinion. You are not fragile. You are fierce. You are fire. Remind yourself of who you are when you feel like quitting. You're not here to be average. You're here to set the world ablaze. Your flame is your responsibility. Own it. Tend to it. And when the world doubts you, let your results become the smoke that rises from your relentless fire. Fueling your own flame means refusing to be a victim. It means taking ownership of your life, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Victims wait, warriors act. Victims complain, warriors create. You were not made to suffer in silence. You were made to rise with purpose. Life doesn't owe you anything, but you owe yourself everything. You owe yourself the chance to see what's possible when you go all in. You owe yourself the effort, the discipline, the perseverance to see your vision through. Your past doesn't define your flame. Your choices do. You can choose to rise. You can choose to change. You can choose to become something more than what you were. The power has always been in your hands. Stop giving it away. Stop waiting for rescue. You are the fire starter. You are the spark. You are the force that will change your own story. Light it up. Burn down the excuses. Let your pain be the match and your purpose be the fuel. No one's coming to save you. And that's not bad news. It's powerful truth. Because when you realize that your destiny is in your hands, you stop waiting and start working. You stop blaming and start building. You stop hesitating and start igniting. That flame inside of you doesn't need to be massive to make a difference. Even the smallest fire, when nurtured, can become unstoppable. All it needs is your commitment, your hunger, your refusal to quit. So fan your flame with action. Feed it with purpose. Push yourself to move. When comfort says stay still, you are not here to merely survive. You are here to thrive. Let your fire remind you that there is more inside of you than the world has ever seen. You haven't even scratched the surface of your strength. So dig into your vision. Dig into your region. Dig into your fire. Dig until you find the fire that cannot be buried. The flame that refuses to die. You may not control everything in life, but you can always control your flame. You can choose how brightly you burn. You can choose to bring heat and light, even in the darkest moments. That's power. That's freedom. Most people are waiting for conditions to be perfect before they shine. But that's not how fire works. Fire doesn't wait. It consumes. It rises. It adapts to its surroundings. And still burns. That's what you must do. When others shrink, you shine. When others fear, you fight. When others pause, you press on. Let your flame be fierce enough to light your path and warm your soul. Even when the world is cold, let it remind you of your purpose. When you forget, let it remind you of your power. When you doubt, the world needs your fire, not your silence, not your hesitation. Your fire. Feed it, fan it, unleash it, because you were never meant to be a flicker. You were always meant to be a blaze. And when you rise with fire, you change more than your own life. You inspire others to rise too. Your flame becomes a signal, a spark that sets other souls alight. People don't need more noise. They need examples. They need proof that it's possible to burn with purpose, even after being burned by life. That's what your flame can be. A message of resilience, a beacon of possibility, a reminder that the darkness doesn't win when one person decides to light up. So light up with your actions, with your intensity, with your refusal to give in. Your flame is more powerful than you think. It can melt fear, burn bridges to the past, and illuminate paths forward. But only if you choose to fuel it. Only if you refuse to let it die. You are a fire starter, a warrior, a walking, breathing spark of untapped potential. Own that, live that. And no matter how strong the winds of life may blow, make one thing clear to the world. You will never let your fire go out.